folks, and welcome back to the Gamer's Grotto. Today we're going to be playing more of Chicken Police Painted Red. This is a point-and-click adventure game set in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, something like that. Very artistic, very strange, and very different. We're going to hop right into this right now. We last left off at the Madame Zavos's sweltering Nile, for lack of a better term, strip club, and we're going to be hopping into there and finishing off the rest of the case. So let's hop right into this right now. Let's play Chicken Police Painted Red on the PS5.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
Okay, let's take a look at everything.
That woman, she's familiar.
Do you think it's her? The broad from the Bloody New Year's?
God damn it, Marty. Do you have to say it out loud? It gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps, more like.
Anyway, I don't know if it's really her. I always get confused by the exotic ones, but yeah, maybe.
Honestly, it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, me too.
Me three. This is yeah, this is something. I don't know. It's something.
Anyway, she's a very attractive gal, huh? And this photo is really something. Very, artistic.
You call that art?
This is what real art is about, Sonny. It's beautiful and mysterious.
Well, you should have seen the picture on Natasha's wall. Your heart would have skipped a beat for sure.
Wait, what picture? Talk to me.
Nothing. Forget it. It's not important.
Hey, you're not getting off that easily. I want to know.
No, my friend. You have to earn that.
You're a real bastard, you know?
I know, Marty.
Trying to save you from thinking about it, Marty. Alright.
Maybe it is really her.
Right. Let's carry on here. I got a door there.
Holy fur. You swallowed so hard, the whole place shook.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this before. Is this even legal?
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Vice?
You really must be joking. Vice in Clawville?
Okay, I was pulling your leg. But still, it's a little hot in here.
Well, cool down, Marty. Don't even look over there. Remember Laura, your wonderful girlfriend, whom you love more than anything.
You don't need to tell me. All I'm thinking about is her.
With a hatchet in her hand.
More like my nuggets.
That's...
Laura.
That's it, Marty. Just slowly turn away from the pictures.
Laura.
That's...
I don't even know. Good gods.
Hey, keep it down, Marty.
I see it now. Of all that's furry.
Yes, it's very furry. Or more like, shaggy. This picture, this one's really artistic for a change.
Yeesh. That guy's stare gives me the creeps.
I can see why.
I've always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
Huh? What? Me? Nothing.
Is he a bouncer or a guest? I'd rather not ask.
She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
Yeah, old fart.
Beauty is relative.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
It's a mini game? Hold on. Okay. What? What just happened? Did I break the zipper?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I try again?
If you'd really like to. Please be more careful this time.
I will be, ma'am.
You have to zip it up fast, I guess? How did that... I got it all the way up to the top. How did that break?
I'm sorry. Can I...
If you...
I will...
Oh, you have to say within the meter. I wasn't even looking at the meter. This is so stupid.
Oh,
If you...
I will be, ma'am.
That meter's all over the place.
Oh,
If you...
I will be.
Let's try that again.
Oh,
There.
thank you, honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty MacChicken.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime.
Was that all that we had to do with her? Can we not just actually talk to her?
May I invite you gentlemen for a
Okay.
drink, perhaps?
Alright.
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Oh.
May I...
No, thank...
Oh.
My name is Day-Night Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
You hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
I think she must be the receptionist.
Bravo, Mr. Detective.
Why'd you have to be like that all the time?
Well, sometimes I seriously can't decide if you've become totally stupid over the years, or it just entertains you to act that way.
Well, you know, that's a good question.
That's exactly what I mean. Maybe she knows something about Deborah, or the card that brought us here.
If you have a specific question, please, go ahead, officers.
Oh, you've noticed we're cops.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but it was evident the moment you turned up,
Should we take that as a compliment?
if you'd like.
I have something that'll interest her.
I wouldn't want to offend you. Far from it, but it's evident you're from the police, even without this.
Is it that obvious?
No, it isn't. But, you know, here in the Nile, we have a keen eye for this kind of thing.
Right. I understand, ma'am.
I wouldn't want to offend you. Far from it.
Is it?
No.
Right. Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Touche.
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals.
Does the background scenery ever change?
With any of them.
Yes. Yeah. It's an adventure game. So, like, I mean, they go to different locations and stuff like that. It's set in the 1930s. It's similar to the TV series Dragnet, except the creators decided that they would make it like all these different animals and stuff like that. The game's called Chicken Police, and it's a bit funny, a bit hokey, but also quite a good crime drama at the same time. So if you remember like Dragnet and all those old black and white cop shows, it's a lot like that. It's very, very well done.
I see. Oh, thank you. Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
What? Hold on. So what are we waiting for?
May I invite you, gentlemen?
No, no.
We've already talked to her.
Beauty. Is he a bouncer?
What was the point in her leaving like that? I think we just break into
I
her off.
apologize for the wait.
Oh, there we go.
Please, come with me, gentlemen.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
You mean that, Madame Zavas?
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so yes,
Please, miss, take us to her.
with pleasure.
Madame Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother. First Ibn Wessler, now her. Honestly, tonight, it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
Alright, before we talk to her, let's look around the room quickly at everything.
Interesting pieces.
See if we can gather any evidence.
Do you think so? It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Ah, hence the name, the sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Huh.
Very little movement, just some swaying back and forth. Game looks like it was made in economy class.
It's actually an independent game, so it's not a... So there's there's two brands of games that are out nowadays. There's indie games, which are usually made by one or two people. And then there's AAA games, what we call AAA games, which are made by big companies, usually like high-end with like thousands, if not maybe sometimes even millions of people working for them. This game was made by, I think, 5 people in total, so it's a very independent game. My understanding of it is it's all done over blue screen, so the bodies that you're seeing, the human bodies, are all actual live actors. And then they superimposed, the heads of like the various animals, mammals, and all that kind of stuff over top of the human actors. That's my understanding of how this was all done. And then it was shot over a blue screen. It's actually, it's basic movements for these scenes, but then there's actual cutscenes that are filmed as well. So it's a mixture of both. I want to call this kind of more of a graphic novel approach, kind of like an interactive comic book, if you will.
Thank you.
Beautiful pieces for sure. They must be worth a fortune.
Is that the time already?
Have you noticed your clock's not working?
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time. It's a decoration. A memento.
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
There's something weird about that clock.
What a painting. Congratulations, ma'am.
Marty.
Yes. It's beautiful indeed. It's more than 40 years old. You know, I was considered pretty then.
Oh, don't say that. You still look great, ma'am.
Thank you. It feels good, but no. There's no need for lies. Those days are long gone. Every age has its truth and its beauty. For me, beauty is not in the looks anymore.
I agree, ma'am.
Yes, this is the Zavas from the legends. Beautiful and deadly.
Hold on. Slime and Punishment? These are all actual books that they've changed the names to. Death of the Horse? Death of a Salesman? That's funny. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at some of these.
There are books here on quite a variety of topics. There are books. So she is the legendary Madame Zavas. So she... Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the Chicken Police is always one step ahead of the Chicken Police.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time.
and the name.
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work, discretion is everything.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything, but, as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now It's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too. So, gentlemen, what do you want to know?
Let's see.
As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I thought so. Yes, thank you.
What? That line of dialogue was weird. No. Okay. That's fine. It's not like we needed anything off of that card or anything.
Lewis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
Yes, you're being very helpful.
The mystery is
I'm being not helpful.
The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Absolutely.
I don't think we're getting anywhere with her at all. I think she's just gonna beat around the bush for every single one of these.
Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Alright, so let's start asking her questions
Deceit is everything to Zavas. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt. Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Okay, tell me, were you really the king's spy? Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays? Let's go for the top one.
Tell me, were you really the king's spy?
If that's such an open secret, then I haven't been doing my job very well, isn't that right? Yes, I was a spy. But that's such a blunt way of putting it. I always say I used to undertake confidential, generally political assignments of a delicate nature for the king that were in the interests of national security.
Put that way, it sounds rather romantic.
Don't believe the cheap fiction, Mr. Featherland. Espionage is anything but romantic.
I believe you, madam.
If you must know, I only did it because I believed I could protect those that I serve. Weapons have only one use in this world: to keep the peace. Yes, I always thought about myself and my craft that way.
Thank you for your honesty, ma'am.
Alright, what do we got here? What is the sweltering Nile? Is it really just a luxury brothel? Why did you decide to open a brothel? Why is the identity of the card's owner so delicate, Ms. Zabas? Let's do, why did you decide to open a brothel? Curious.
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then, young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one. To help them.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons. Or the opposite. That could avert a war.
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right. Yes.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question, Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant. So she was either trying to hide it, or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Zavas is a true survivor, always was, and she's proud of that even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
Okay, why did you take her in? Maybe you saw yourself in Natasha. You tried to protect her from what? Everyone in the city thinks you're dangerous. Why is that? You tried to shape her into your image.
Why did you take her in? Maybe you saw yourself in Natasha.
She was only 17 when she knocked on the rear entrance of the brothel on an unusually cold, rainy night. I opened the door myself.
Was Natasha alone?
Yes, completely alone. Her left arm was slashed with an ugly wound, and she was frozen to the bone, barefoot, only a thin nightgown on her.
Did she tell you what happened to her?
After I brought her into the house, warmed her up, and changed her into new clothes, that was the first thing I asked. But no, she didn't tell me. We became very good friends, but I still don't know what happened to her and where she came from. Or how she knew about this place and the rear entrance.
And you weren't bothered by all those secrets?
That would have been very hypocritical of me, don't you think? No, it didn't bother me. I make a living out of secrets, Mr. Featherland.
I see. Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stovonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stovonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland, yes. Curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zavos is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Why did you leave with us? You kept in touch. Didn't occur to you that you could exploit Natasha and Ibn's relationship. Let's do have you kept in touch.
Have you kept in
Less
touch?
invasive.
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself.
Were you angry at her for leaving? Afraid she might blab secrets? When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavos? Yeah, let's do that one.
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavos?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stovonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam. How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do. Because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes, anytime.
Nice! Another 5 stars. Final thoughts. Perfect job! Exactly how you would have done 10 years ago. Beware Clawville. Sonny Featherland and the Chicken Police are back in action. Important clue. Natasha worked at the sweltering Nile brothel before Ibn Wessler discovered her and got her out of there.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
Well, the clock is the biggest thing that they've noticed. It's a puzzle. Okay.
These books are here for a reason. They mean something. These books...
Oh! Okay, 7. So we're just finding numbers. 49. I think I've figured this out. 749.
Hidden door. Who'd have thought?
She is a legendary ex-spy.
Well, this is something I've never understood. Why isn't a key good enough? I mean, you can take that with you, but riddles can be solved by anyone.
I don't think many animals get to be in this room, Marty. And the other thing is...
Maybe she wanted us to find it.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Who knows? Anyway, we're going in.
This room is not like her at all.
The other must have been for show. Marty, this is the reality. We're talking about a professional spy.
A former spy.
Still, if anyone knows how to mask her real face, it's her.
Wait, you think this is who she really is? Cold, dark, and tiny.
And full of secrets.
Ugh, this place gives me the creeps.
Me too. We better get out of here before she comes back.
Ugh, this...
Me too.
So the rumors are true.
Military intelligence. This dame's really something. I'm starting to think the whole brothel is just a cover.
Makes sense. You think she's still working for Royal Intelligence?
Well, based on what she told us, she's a committed royalist. So I imagine she does. If we fly too close to the sun, we burn our wings.
Heck,
I feel sorry for the poor fox, to be honest.
I don't. He has it pretty good.
Would you like to live your life as a puppet? Everything you do, carefully planned. Your rule and authority, the whole thing, just for show.
Even if he is just a puppet, Clawville needs a king. He gives strength and hope to many animals.
Huh. I guess. We shouldn't cross the king. That would be beyond our pay grade. Ah, names, numbers, dates. Oh, furry gods.
Do you think they all belong to the brothel?
Hell no. Half of it is a matter of national security.
What did we step into?
You know what? I don't care, Marty. I'm too old for conspiracies. The only thing that matters to me is to find out what the furry hell we're doing here.
And what it has to do with Natasha.
Sure. I don't want to know what's in them, and there's no time to search the place either.
Somebody started typing a letter, but left it unfinished.
What does it say?
Number 2947222. Report about separatist group movements.
Damn it. Don't even read that.
What? Why not?
I don't know about you, but I don't want to get caught up in the royalist-separatist conflict. What you don't know can't hurt you, right?
I can't even recognize you, boss. Where did you put your sense of adventure?
My sense of adventure has retired. Leave it alone. Just forget it's here, Sonny. That's not what you're looking for.
Hello, Grotto. How are you? What's the plot of this game?
So this is the third part of the game, Lewis. You missed maybe the first two streams a while back. I think we streamed them last in... it's been a while. September, I think, was the last time we streamed part 2 of this. Basically, we work for the Chicken Police. It's a point-and-click adventure game. Murder mystery, basically. We're investigating various murders that are occurring all throughout the entire city of Clawville. The game is done really interesting art style where it's live actors, except their heads are replaced with like the heads of like various animals, so kind of superimposed. Indie game, not AAA, so I think it's made by like maybe 5 to 10 people at the most. And it's getting a sequel. I think the sequel comes out next year, if I remember correctly. And the sequel is going to be an entirely new case, obviously. I think they're planning on making this a regular series, kind of like Gabriel Knight and all those detective-style games. Very much like those. So, yeah, there's supposed to be a sequel in the works, and I'll probably get it at some point.
This has got to be it, Marty. Look at the missing page.
It reminds me of noir movies.
Look at the names.
Well, that's the point. It's actually they based it off of the old television series from the 1940s, Dragnet. So Dragnet was a black and white detective series back in the 40s, and I actually have several episodes of Dragnet on DVD, and I really enjoyed that series. And so this kind of clicked with me when I got it. I was like, well, yeah, no, this is a really good game, and it's very true of those old detective film noir classics from that time period.
Yeah, the ladies and their guests.
Damn.
What this means, Marty, is that the most influential people in the city had been Natasha's patrons. Some even from the royal family.
This book could destabilize Clawville.
At least the Clawville we currently know.
You think this is behind everything? Somebody's blackmailing Natasha because of this?
That could easily be the case. But something still doesn't fit. That piece of a painting.
Sonny?
If there's even a small chance of...
Sonny,
What?
there's another familiar name here.
What are you talking about?
Clucking hell, Sonny. Molly?
Damn. Okay, that just took a spin. So Molly is Sonny's wife, who died quite a few years ago. So the game starts out with Molly already being dead, and him trying to find, for the longest time, him trying to find her killer and never finding anything and just giving up and just focusing on other cases. But Molly was his wife at the time, and she just disappeared and wound up dead. And that would have been like 5 years, I guess, before this case.
She was working here too.
It's probably someone else with the same name.
So that's why Natasha told me they'd known each other for a long time.
Look, boss.
I can't believe it. All those stories about her past.
Listen, Bossberg. Molly loved you, right? Isn't that what matters?
Marty, please shut your fucking beak right now, or I'll shut it for you.
Okay, boss. I'm sorry. But...
Just shut the cluck up.
We've caught them sneaking around, Miss Diamond, you see?
I see, madam.
No, back off, ladies.
There's no need for this. We don't want trouble.
No, maybe you don't. Unfortunately, trouble has found you, gentlemen.
Madam Zavas, we needed to know the connection. What this place has to do with Natasha. And my wife.
Filthy cops? He's talking gibberish. May I shoot him?
No, not yet, Miss Diamond.
I'd be very sorry to put holes in your lovely striped skin, but believe me, baby, I will. I've always wanted to know if diamonds are bulletproof.
Please, madam. It'll all be over in a second.
No. We have received different orders, Miss Diamond. Stand down.
Oh, I see. The pony does tricks on command. Well, I'm not surprised.
That's enough, Marty. You knew who she was, didn't you? What she meant to me.
Well, well, Mr. Featherland. Aren't you interested in your case anymore? No? All it took was a name from your past, and your professionalism drowned in the mud.
Stop playing games with me, Zavas. What does all this have to do with Molly?
Nothing at all. No, she was just a little bird among the many who sought refuge here.
You forced her into this.
You'd love to hear that, but until she met you, she was one of us. Just another...
You clucking...
Sonny, no!
I think I was dreaming. But it wasn't the kind of dream you'd want to remember. dark and painful.
Shut the cluck up.
Then
That's
the
gold.
suffocating smoke.
Isn't it? There's a lot of in this game that's very well
Fried eggs,
done.
that's for
It's
sure.
excellently written. It's one
Where
of my
was
favorite
I?
indie games.
What happened? That treacherous crocodile. Then I saw Marty, who looked as horrible as I felt. Well, I've always wanted a romantic sea voyage.
Gods damn it. I knew I shouldn't have gone along with this.
Marty, I told you you could get out any time.
And you knew damn well that I wouldn't. That I would never leave you in deep shit once I've joined you. You knew it, and you still asked me to do it.
Marty, listen.
You're a selfish bastard, Sonny, and you drag everyone around you down with you. How long was it till retirement? 120 days?
121.
But you just couldn't sit still on your ass, could you? Well, take a good look around, boss bird. This is you. And this is what follows you. Just this clucking misery. And dead bodies. Do you understand? You have nothing else to offer but suffering.
Marty.
And feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, you're great at that. I can't believe this shit. We're gonna die here on a goddamn blazing ship like roast chicken. Well, it's dramatic at least, just like you like it.
Marty.
What?
I've almost managed to untie the knot, but if you keep thrashing around like that, we're really gonna die here.
Ah, for cluck's sake. Fine. Work your magic. Until then, I'm gonna say all the prayers I know.
You better.
Okay, so this minigame is a pain in the ass. So we have to highlight this rope. So we basically go around. This is all we have to do, is make sure we know where this rope goes. Keep an eye on the rope at all times. This is also a time limit, so we have a limited time to figure this out. Son of a bitch. I went off trail there. Jesus Christ. We'll eventually get it.
It's starting to smell like KFC, Sonny.
I don't think KFC existed back then. Did it? Maybe it did. I don't know. We don't have much time left, though. You died! Son of a bitch! I was right near the end, too. Do you see that? Alright, let's try that again. I was literally right at the end. Oh well. Let me tell you something, they don't make ropes like they used to.
I like the cliche that Sonny sounds like Humphrey Bogart in his prime.
Yes, absolutely. You caught on to that, did you? Yeah. His voice actor is actually really good. Did a fantastic job. There we go.
So what now?
We leave? What kind of a question is that? We're gonna stay here now that we're untied. We're just gonna, you know, fucking just stay on a burning boat.
Now we run and swim.
I can't swim.
Well, you better learn fast or you'll die. I'm not gonna drag your fat ass to the shore if that's what you're hoping.
I shouldn't have brought this many guns with me.
Throw them away then.
Never.
Then they'll drag you down into the deep. I don't care. I always thought your gun mania would be your undoing.
Cluck you, Sonny.
We have to survive this first.
Well, after you, boss bird.
That furry, fucking clucking goddamn...
Yeah.
Listen, Marty.
What?
What you said on the ship.
What about it?
You were right. I knew this would happen. Or something like it. I dragged you into this deliberately. Because I'm not enough on my own.
Sonny, cut the crap.
No, I'm serious. I knew I couldn't do this alone. I needed you to... well, to look out for me.
I don't need this, all right? Stop playing the wounded soul. I don't fucking care.
Fair enough. You're right.
Hell yeah, I'm fucking right.
I'll, shut up now.
Good.
I've never liked Marty in this. He's a bit of a dick. But he has his moments where he's like really cool, and then he just goes back to being a dick. It's kind of like back and forth relationship. All right, I guess we got some people we can talk to now. The sea captain. Well, let's talk to. Let's take a look around. And
You've seen better days too, haven't you? You've seen.
Oh. Another classic comic. Those are collectibles that you collect throughout the game. They don't really do anything. They're just neat little collectibles that you can pull up in the extras menu and read.
Clawville. You tried it again, but I'm still alive.
You know, I have a feeling this night's just getting started.
We were almost finished.
Yeah.
You don't want to quit, do you?
No, Sonny, I don't.
Thanks, partner.
Yeah.
That was a close call. Too close. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Maybe next... I'm glad you made it, partner. I swear, the pigeon's immortal. You can swim after all.
Yeah. Or the river spat me out.
Well, what about your guns? Did you throw them away?
Hell no. Where they go, I go. And where I go, they're coming with me no matter what.
I'm seriously amazed you're still alive.
Yeah, sure.
Well, anyway, I'm glad we both made it.
Yeah, thanks. I must admit you were pretty dope with that rope. But
still, cluck me. Am I right?
without you, we wouldn't even be in this mess. So if you weren't successful with the rope, I would have strangled you before we both burnt to death.
Nice thought. But your hands were tied, so...
Sonny.
Okay, you're right. And now we'll have to see where this shitstorm ends.
Yeah, I know.
Burning us, along with the ship. That's pretty dramatic.
We've stepped in big dung, that's for sure. Do you think Wessler and the crocodile are in it together?
I get the feeling that whoever hit us wasn't a pretty gal.
Yeah, figures.
I swear.
What now?
Well, we'll get ourselves together, then we'll figure out where to go next.
Sure.
Where are we, anyway?
Well, we couldn't have drifted too far.
Well, let's find out, and get the cluck out of here.
Good idea.
I don't want to... Cluck me? That's old Captain Marsh. I thought he died 50 years ago. He was a local legend back when I was a kid. He was a...
I think I must have hit my head pretty badly.
Say, isn't that Captain Marsh?
You see him too? Oh, thank the gods.
Ho, 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 lads. What the hairy devil are you doing out here? Isn't it a bit cold for a swim?
Hey, I recognize that voice actor. That's Kate Cooter. No, wait, that's not Kate Cooter. That's, oh, what's his name? He was in Grim Fandango. Son of a bitch. Oh. He's dead now. Actually, wait, this may not be who I'm thinking of.
It was warm on the ship, at least while it was burning.
I bet it was. Arr.
Hello.
Oh, no, that's not who I thought it was. Okay, so this guy has been a voice actor in the Mass Effect games and a whole bunch of other shit. This guy's still alive. It's at first it sounded like it was somebody else. It's not. Also, hello, how are you doing? Yeah, this guy actually was in the recent Monkey Island game. He played one of the villains in the recent Monkey Island game. Actually, I think he was the voice of he was the voice of LeChuck. That's who he was. All right. Anyway, let's continue on.
Hey, Captain, how's it hanging?
It's hanging all right. Arr. What about you lubbers? What was all that ruckus, eh?
Oh, I think someone tried to kill us, Captain. Again.
Come on, Boise. There's nothing new there.
Yeah, old rust can't be scraped away.
Did you see anything, Captain?
Arr, of course I have. A burning ship. Then two cocks suddenly learned to fly. And even swim, by gad. Oh, what a time to be alive, eh?
You haven't changed a bit, old man.
Sure I haven't. I'm steady. Like the Sea of Clawville.
Yeah, except that Clawville doesn't have a sea.
Of course it does, laddie. Just not here in Clawville.
Okay, that's too much for me. But seriously, have you seen anything?
Arr, of course I have. I'm always watching, my lad. Just ask me. What do you want to know?
But seriously...
Arr!
Tell me, Captain, do you hang out here all the time?
This behind me is me ship, lads. Or at least, it's a ship I'm living in at the moment. It's not mine, you know.
And what do you do?
I stand here and watch the sea.
The sea? You mean the River Times?
River? Arr, that was a good one, boy.
Okay.
A black car stopped not far from here. A rich-looking car, shiny and all.
I'm good. I just started playing Jedi Academy again, trying to beat it. I can see people think it's very annoying.
I mean, it can be. It's an older game, right? Older games were always pretty hard. They're a lot more challenging than modern games. Modern games tend to be a lot easier, yeah, not as challenging as the older titles. And Jedi Academy was definitely one of those more challenging games from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Two big lads stepped out of it. One of them was looking like some kind of cow. The other was a cat, a big cat. They were fancy looking at the ship. I don't blame them. It's not something you see every day. I swear on all the saints of the sea. Arr!
Just a wild guess. Was it a ram and a bobcat?
Arr, exactly. Are you friends of theirs?
Well, an acquaintance. It's the bouncer of the Tsar Club, and the goon that was hanging around Ibn.
Plumy gods. Zavas answers to Ibn too.
Captain Beverly
Or at least they're
Marsh.
connected.
The force power menu is terrible and some of the planets don't look good, and oh boy, that speeder bike level is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, arr. That sounds exciting.
Easy, old-timer. This Ram fella, what did he do after watching us?
Arr, nothing at all, laddie. When that lovely ship started to sink, they got into their pretty car and got away like bats out of hell.
So they didn't see us swimming to shore?
I wouldn't know that.
What now?
I don't know. We can't go to the station, that's for sure.
We agree on that.
I think I broke a rib or two.
My sight's getting blurry.
Pluck me. You know what this means?
Oh, no. I'd rather go blind than go to Bubo's.
We have to, pal.
I'm not your pal. Especially after tonight.
Come on. We got no choice.
Did you ever play
we
Jedi
survived the burning
Outcast, which
ship.
is the
I
first
guess
one
we'll
where
survive
you
the
play as
madman,
Kyle?
too.
Yes, I have it. I have it installed on my PS5. It's not bad. I don't find it as good as Jedi Academy, but it's not bad.
Don't be so optimistic. Do you know anything about the place called the Sweltering Nile?
Of course I do, me boys. But they don't really tolerate folks like me there.
Not surprised. Have you heard anything unusual about it?
Sure I have. They have the most beautiful wenches there, laddie. Like sirens of the sea. And they're willing to do anything for you. If only I were a spring chicken like ye are, I'd be already running over there.
Well, actually, Captain, that's where we came from.
On a burning ship? Bloody hell! You know how to live, lads.
We're doing our best, Captain.
Hey, ye be! Arr!
Have you heard the name Madame Zavas?
When I was young like ye, they were talking about a gorgeous crocodile with that name. Aye, beautiful and deadly. Just how I like my women.
Me too.
It's her, yeah. Less beautiful now, but just as deadly.
She has something to do with the burning ship, eh?
You're quite the detective.
So I've been told.
He was a local legend back...
Alright, so we got 4 new clues here. The legendary spy and courtesan Madame Zavas runs the brothel. We better be careful. Her reputation is known all throughout the wilderness. Natasha worked at the Sweltering Nile brothel before Ibn Wessler discovered her and got her out of there. Molly's name popped up where I expected it the least, in Madame Zavas's book. Zavas tried to do away with us, but why? Is she in cahoots with Ibn Wessler? So we got... Whoop. So we got 15 new people here. Or at least updates on their profile. Marty's right. I was an extremely selfish bastard, but there's nothing to be done now. We're already here. And I have a feeling he's going to stand by my side until the very end, as always. Oh. I still need to get used to the page turning in this. There we go. Blackjack and his furry buddy are doing anything they can to make us bite the dust. They haven't succeeded yet. Yet. Dr. Reginald B. Bubo, species eagle owl, gender male, special feature morphiness, neurotic, old and ugly, but he's an old friend from the golden days of the chicken police. Bubo's a true institution. He keeps most of Clawville's gangsters intact and alive, and sometimes even helps cops who'd like to get repaired unofficially, for the right compensation, of course. Madame Zavas, species crocodile, gender female, special feature her smile is fake, her story is fake, but the danger is real. Madame Zavas is a spy and a courtesan, who was already a legend when I was still just a little chick. There were tales about her beauty and her lethal coldness. Time never stopped for her either, but she doesn't seem any less dangerous than what the legends say. Now she spends her days as the owner of the luxury brothel, the Sweltering Nile. Zavos and Natasha did not only know each other, but had a serious, close relationship. Not even Zavos could trace every piece of Natasha's obscure past, even though she tried to utilize all of her connections and influence in the matter. It touched her deeply when Natasha, whom she loved like a daughter, left the Nile for Ibn Wessler. Name, Day-Night Diamond. Species, zebra. Gender, female. Special feature, beautiful, calm and professional, and probably a courtesan. Pretty zebra receptionist behind the desk at the Nile, who will riddle your feathers with holes without a thought if she has to. Captain Marsh. Species, capybara. Gender, male. Special feature, he talks like a real pirate, and smells like one too. The captain is a much greater legend than will ever be. Everyone just calls him the captain, though he most likely never left the shore in his life. He's an innocent guy, indeed, but maybe he saw something useful. I feel sorry for him, but sometimes I think he's the only sane figure in the whole city nowadays. Two new places on the list, the docks. Here lives Captain Marsh, who probably never was a real captain, but is still one of the most righteous fellas I've ever met. And Bubo's place. Old Bubo's apartment is also his office, and I'm sure it's not legal in any way. Almost like in my case. Of course, my apartment is not full of organs and limbs, as far as I know at least. And we got some codex pages. Looks like 3 of them. The Nilonite is an official culture gone extinct. It used to be a huge, substantial empire in the southwestern tropical region of the wilderness. One famous, still living representative of the culture is Madame Zavos, the legendary spy master and courtesan. The Great Bird flu, or the Great Avian Plague, was an epidemic that spread to the entire continent of Altera and killed almost 40% of the world's avian population. In Clawville, the disease wreaked havoc, killing almost 50% of the city's avian population. Finally, the bird flu was subdued by a vaccine developed in Averia and the establishment of several hatching houses, but the damage it caused hasn't been repaired even to this day. Hatching houses. After the Great Bird Flu, several hatching houses were established in Clawville. These places were maternity wards, orphanages, hospitals, and homes for new mothers. But first and foremost, their most important function was to revive the city's avian population. The enterprise was slow but successful, and today, almost a third of Clawville's population consists of several different species of birds. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. I guess we're going to Bubo's. Oh, it automatically, it's forcing us to go there. We can't pick a different place.
Bubo used to work at the PD as a coroner and pathologist. Then a couple of limbs and organs went missing, and the morphine stock suspiciously depleted, so the force said goodbye to him. He then set up a private practice, but lost his license pretty quick. Now he's doing something that vaguely resembles medicine, fixing up gangsters and bent coppers. Or pigeons like us. I hadn't seen the doc since he had to pick a dozen pellets out of my drumstick. Thanks, Marty.
Well, well. Look who the cat dragged in. The one and only chicken coppers in the rotting flesh.
Good evening to you too, old owl.
Aw, has he shot you again?
Not yet.
Ha ha, it is to laugh. I just need a strong painkiller. And since we're already here, some information too.
Well, then I hope your pockets are full.
We just crawled out of the river, so if it's all right with you, I can pay with a pocket full of mud.
Well, I owe you one anyway.
One? Don't make me laugh, Bubo. You're indebted to us for the rest of your life.
Okay, tell me what's wrong and do it fast. It's a busy night. On New Year's Eve, animals love to shoot or even eat each other.
Tell me about it. Tonight's starting to remind me of the bloody New Year's Eve.
Or worse.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Did you come here to cry me a river? Spit it out. Then get your wobbly waddles out of here. Ursula will be home soon.
Charming as ever, old bird.
Eesh, like in the cave of the vampire bat in those horror movies.
You're right. I think all of these are illegal, or worse.
Oh,
The music of this game, it's really hypnotic. Takes me to a place that doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, everything about the game is really well done. I remember seeing, like, they shared some behind-the-scenes videos on the making of the game way back in the day. And I think you can still see them on their website, but this is all filmed over a blue screen. So the actor who plays... there's two actors. There's the model, and then there's the voice actor. The model who models for both of the Chicken Police is the creator of the game. He's the guy who wrote the story, and he plays both of their bodies basically. So they're filmed over blue screen as standard humans, actors, and then the heads are superimposed via I think they said they use Photoshop. And that's how this was all done. But it's all live action, filmed, and then incorporated into a blue screen and Photoshop.
Demonology.
perverse desires.
Unholy dealings.
Would you two shut the cluck up?
Are these for sale, old man? I was thinking about going into black magic myself.
Of course. You can have them for your liver. I love chicken liver.
Ugh, I just had to ask.
Don't even joke about that, Marty. He's not.
Ugh, I know.
Nightmares of a crazy shaman.
What do you think? Is this a medical illustration or the good doc's dinner?
Unfortunately, the two are often one and the same.
Ugh.
Hey, did you draw this, Doc?
Very funny. Are you here to sightsee or what?
We don't have anything better to do at the moment, so...
I'm laughing myself to death.
It's almost unbelievable that Bubo was once a real doctor. This is just for decoration, right? Somehow I can't picture you playing the classics.
It's Ursula's, not mine. She plays beautifully.
I can imagine.
Hey, shut your beak or I'm gonna sew it shut for you.
All right, calm down.
I can only play one song on the piano. Molly wrote it. She loved to play music. Do you keep the dead bodies and your stolen morphine stash here?
The morphine's long gone.
Oh, poor Bubo.
Watch your beak, Martin.
No way. I wouldn't put my foot in there for anything. Who's that?
Who? Oh, he's my father.
Your what?
Why are you so surprised? He gave his body to science.
Then what's he doing here?
Hoo. You're a hilarious guy.
That was a good one, Sonny.
Yeah, thanks.
Huh. Two infantile monkeys.
So, this, skeleton, is it really your old man, Bubo?
What if it is?
Nothing, just asking. Good evening, Papa Bubo.
Oh, yuck. It's soaked with blood. Fresh blood.
I was operating on someone a few minutes ago.
Totally sober, huh?
More or less.
Probably less.
My hands tremble if I don't drink, okay? Just leave me alone.
Have you considered that he may make us lie down here?
I'm sure as hell not gonna lay on that. I'd rather bleed to death. Twice.
I'm with you there, pal. Marty's right. I'd rather bleed to death, too. You look pretty good, old man. You want a formaldehyde diet?
Your humor hasn't changed. Worn and out of style.
Just like you, Bubo. Sometimes I think Bubo's simply some grumpy, immortal, ancient god from the old world.
Spit it out. What do you want from me? I have a busy night.
Busy?
I had to patch up 2 muscleheads a few minutes ago. Of course, they ran off and didn't pay.
What muscleheads?
Wait, let me guess. A ram and a bobcat.
How did you know?
Shit. What was their problem? Why did they come here?
The bobcat's hand was badly burned and something had sliced the ram.
Well, it's not an easy job to haul 2 unconscious roosters onto an abandoned ship and then set it on fire.
What have you gotten yourselves into again, you fools? Those 2 work for Ibn Wessler.
You don't say.
Well, in this case, it was nice to know you, gentlemen.
Don't celebrate in advance, Doc. As you can see, we're not so easy to kill.
Just tell us everything you know. And give us some strong painkillers.
Well, all right. Ask away. But I must warn you, if Ursula comes home and sees you here, she'll either kick you out or maul you to death. Well, just get on with it.
Have a little patience, Owl. Joking aside, how are you, Doc? Long time no see.
Oh, you should get shot more often, then you'd see me more.
Yeah, right. I'm on it.
I'm still alive. Clawville's still standing, to my surprise. Ursula still bears with me, to my even greater surprise. What else can I say?
You don't need anything else then, right?
You know, I could use a big house, a normal job, and a ton of money. And it'd be great if that ridiculous King Hector would finally resign from the throne.
So you still support the Separatists?
Wow, this old owl's heart is beating.
But your life partner is a bear.
Not a problem as long as I don't marry her.
You're a goddamn hypocrite, Bubo.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, I don't think that was a compliment, but sure, you can take it that way.
What does this tell you, Bubo?
That you tore off the corner of a painting?
Not that. What do you make of it?
That somewhere a painting is missing a corner.
Don't cluck with me, old man.
I'm not. I'm completely serious.
Then, thanks for the help.
Don't mention it.
Love is still in the air, I see.
I'm a prisoner, boys.
Yeah, the prisoner of your stupidity.
Easy for you to say. You can't get rid of a woman like her so easily.
Why? Because she's a bear and weighs a ton?
No. Because no matter how much I hate her, I still love her more than anything.
Aw, touching.
Hold your tongue, McChicken.
What do you know about Madame Zavas and her affairs?
Zavas, huh? Who? That woman's probably even more dangerous than Ibn Wessler himself.
Oh, great news.
Is there some kind of link between them?
Ibn's contacts span the entire city, and his new girlfriend, that Natasha, worked in the brothel once.
How do you know that?
Everybody knows.
Oh, great. We almost died for that information.
Why didn't you ask?
Just shut up, okay? So that Ram and his partner, did they talk about something? About their plans, where they're going next?
The Bobcat didn't say a word, he just growled. But the Ram couldn't shut up, and he talks like a butler or something. He's got a very strange vocabulary, I must say.
What did they say, Bubo? Get to the point.
After they've done the job killing you, I guess, they said they have to kill a rat, too.
A rat?
Figuratively. An informer. Someone who spilled the beans and hurt Mr. Wessler's interests.
An informer?
They called him a sneaky little bastard, too, if that helps.
That's gotta be Zip.
Of course. Zip. Damn it.
Well, then that flea bag's done for.
Hold your horses, Marty. Zip is like a cockroach, practically immortal.
I guess. We gotta help him then.
I'm afraid you're right. We still owe him one.
One?
I didn't even hear that, Bubo. So, who tried to get us out of the way, and why?
Alrighty, let's see here. Madame Zavos, Ibn, I would say, because Madame Zavos put us on the boat, and Ibn Wessler had the goons knock us out. So who tried to get us out of the way, and why? Zavos and Ibn are working together.
Maybe Zavos is in cahoots with Ibn Wessler. But why? Just because Natasha used to work at that place?
Ibn doesn't know that Natasha worked at the brothel. Ibn tried to kill Natasha because she worked at the brothel. He is the culprit. Ibn wants to hide Natasha's secret, or was it Natasha herself? Natasha was forced to work at the brothel. Okay.
Ibn Wessler wants to hide the tracks leading to Natasha's past. Or maybe it was Natasha herself. But what does it have to do with Zip? Why do they want to kill the raccoon?
Zip was the one who found out that Natasha once worked at the brothel. Zip also worked at the brothel in the past. That doesn't make any sense. Zip has something that connects Miss Zavos with Ibn Wessler, and also Natasha's secret past as a courtesan. And Zip knows too much about Natasha's past and Wessler's dealings. I think that's the one.
Zip knows something, or has something, that can unveil Natasha and Ibn's secret. We need to find out what it is.
Sonny, there's something else. Your car's here behind the building. Ursula covered it with a tarp.
What? Why?
She saw it in front of the brothel. And she also saw the madam's girls trying to take it apart.
Furry gods. What did she do to them?
Well, a couple of dames with guns are not enough to scare my dear Ursula, that's for sure. But relax. She didn't tear them to pieces. She just chased them off and got away with your car.
You know, for once, that's wonderful news.
Yeah, I wore my legs down to get here.
Warmest regards to Ursula when she gets back, Doc. She may have saved our lives.
Of course I will. Now, cluck off, will you?
Ah, you're the best, Boobo.
I know. Will you kindly get lost?
Bubo mentioned that Ibn Wessler's men are trying to off a rat. That rat can only be Zip. Bubo helped us on a number of occasions in the past, but we got him out of trouble even more often than that. Oh, this is his wife Ursula. Ursula frigaria. Species, brown bear, gender female. Special feature, a big bear with an even bigger heart. A big bear with a big, big heart, and a big, big problem called Dr. Bubo. Alright, so let's head straight to Zip's place. Just make sure, yeah.
Damn, we're late.
I don't see him anywhere.
But that jerk's here.
Yeah, the famous scribbler Tim in the flesh. He must have seen something. And because he's here, he must have caught a whiff of a serious case. We should interrogate him.
Oh, let me be the bad cop, Boss Bird.
Permission granted.
Yes.
Yep, but first, we've got to interrogate Timbo. Scribbler Tim, second-rate journalist and first-rate ass-kisser. He's a huge fan of the chicken police. We partly owe him our nickname, and our fame, too. I'm not very grateful for that. Hey, Timbo, my old pal.
Hey, hello, boys. What a lovely welcome.
You're not scared to see us, are you?
Who? Me? What are you thinking? I'm always glad to see you working. Especially together like this as the legendary chicken police.
What the hell's going on here, Tim?
That's exactly what I was thinking. You see, what the hell could have happened here, right? Very strange. Indeed.
Where's Zip, Timbo?
Keen observation, boys. Because that's the most exciting thing about the story.
Let me guess. A ram and a bobcat appeared and took him with them.
Well, you could say that if it happened, but it didn't.
Then what?
Isn't it great? Here's the twist.
Start talking, Tim, or we'll have to see if you can really fly.
Come on, Sonny. I was supposed to be the bad cop.
Shut your beak, Marty.
Hey, quit playing tough, will ya? You know I'll help you even if you don't threaten me. I always do. Mostly.
Stop babbling. Just answer the question. Are you looking for a headline even on New Year's Eve? Are you really that desperate?
I have to make a living somehow. So, tell me, how come you're working together again?
It's not work for us, Tim. It's just pure fun. Walk the city, get ourselves beat up, have a nice swim. And now, we happen to be here, of all places.
A nice cup of coffee feels especially good after a little thrashing, you know? You could experience that too in the near future.
If you can make good coffee, of course.
Whoa, plumey gods, take it easy, boys. I'll tell you what I know, just ask. If you want to know what happened, Give me a good story in exchange.
I'll give you a story, all right. You'll be laying eggs from it, you cretin.
Oh, okay. Take it easy, Marty.
Yeah, take it easy, Big Bird. Jeez. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Thanks, Timbo. I hope we don't have to see you again tonight.
I wouldn't bet on that if I were you, gents.
Thanks, Tim.
I wouldn't bet...
Have you seen anything weird around the river?
You mean the smoke and burning ship?
Exactly.
Oh, no. I haven't seen that.
Doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. You just admitted to seeing it, but you don't know anything about it? Alright, whatever. Makes no sense.
What do you know about Madame Zavas, Timothy? What's the old hag up to these days?
I only know what everybody does. She's rich, she owns a brothel, allegedly she used to be a spy, and she's an enthusiastic supporter of the Crown and the Royalist Party.
What else?
Well, I haven't heard anything else, I swear. She's surrounded by secrets. She was a spy, you know. Although...
Yes?
A little bird told me she's been entertaining quite a lot of foreign guests recently. I mean, real high-quality VIP guests.
Who? From where?
Well, I don't know, but allegedly, she's welcomed patrons from Stavonia, Averia, and even Nautica. Basically from everywhere that matters.
And?
Well, that's all. You know I can get into everywhere, but even I give the Nile a wide berth. Those wild girls are capable of anything protecting the madam. Trust me.
Yeah, we've noticed. So, what about Zip?
I'm telling you, I don't know. He was already gone by the time I got here.
Why are you still sniffing around?
I was trying to make that fella talk over there.
What, the old fly guy? You speak insect?
What if I do? I'm educated, you know?
All right, Tim, my patience is gone. It's time you start singing like the songbird you are.
Hey, that's seabird. Okay, back off. We're old friends, aren't we?
Exactly. That's why I haven't smeared the walls with you yet.
Ouch.
Timbo's a douchebag, so it's not hard to draw the truth from him. So what the hell are you doing around here, Timbo?
All right, I confess, but you'll be surprised. I was looking for you boys. The whole town's talking about you.
Really? I'm swelling with pride.
Everybody's whispering about the chicken police being back together again. And that you've already turned the whole city upside down.
Great news. What else do they say?
That you've threatened Ibn Wessler's sweetheart Natasha, then trashed Madame Zavas's brothel. Hard stuff.
Really? I'm not surprised.
Oh, and the best! You set fire to a ship, too.
Yeah, right.
Ah, and one more thing. A poor girl was found dead at Natasha's place after you visited there.
Is that so? And you believe all that?
Well, I'm a journalist, Sonny. It doesn't matter what I believe.
Yeah, right.
I love the focus. Timbo's a douchebag, so it's not hard to draw the truth from him. Okay. Alright, so... Have you seen anyone sniffing around here? Why were you looking for us here of all places? Yeah, that makes more sense.
And why were you looking for us here of all places?
You offend me, Sonny. I'm your biggest fan. I knew the hot dog's gonna be on your list.
So it was a lucky guess.
Something like that. And I'm wasting time here often anyway, so I had nothing to lose. And here we are.
Out with it, Tim. Who squawked?
Well, any decent journalist has connections everywhere, Sonny. So have I.
So?
You don't think I'm gonna betray my source? What do you take me for, a rat? Sorry, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. I have no problem with rats.
What happened to Zip, Tim?
Okay. When I arrived here, the hop dog was already closed. Zip wanted to shoo me away, but I managed to persuade him to talk to me a little. We're old friends, Sonny, you know? And I have this personal charm.
Yeah, right, the charm. Get to the point, Timbo.
Okay. So, he was totally crazy. I've never seen him like that before. He was flustered, flailing, and talking absolute gibberish.
He must have said something, since you're such great friends.
Well, he just said he'd go to the only place where there are even bigger scoundrels than those that are after him.
Really? I can guess what he meant.
I didn't have a clue. Anyway, after he closed the dog behind me, and then the cops came and took him away in handcuffs, I came to the conclusion that all of this makes no sense.
Zip, you clever son of a bitch.
Why? Oh, what is it? Oh, tell me.
You just keep your beak out of this, Scribbler. I think I've got an idea about what our little friend's up to. Timbo loves to brag, and it's easy to approach him through his ego. Best if we ruthlessly exploit that.
Alright, working on a new front page article, eh? You got nothing better to do than stir up trouble? Heard any juicy gossip today, Tim, my friend? Pick that one.
Working on a new front page article, eh?
Well, if specific celebrity couple's willing to give me an interview, then maybe I am.
Don't even dream about it, Timby.
Eee.
As you're so well informed, Timster, tell me about Madame Zavos. How did you get rid of the cops? Who told you we were working together again? These two cops, who were they? Let's be a douche to the douche.
As you're so well informed, Timster, tell me about Madame Zavos.
Well, they say she's kinda angry because someone trashed her brothel. Oh, and that someone was allegedly you and Marty.
Yeah, you already told us. Good story. Anything else? With a little more truth in it.
Allegedly, Ibn Wessler's men were seen around the brothel. I have a hunch that they were the same two guys that came here, too.
Gee, that may even be true. Timbo, you pay attention to everything. Did anyone else come here?
Besides the coppers? Yeah, a ram and a bobcat, in fact.
But you just told us it wasn't them.
Wasn't them what? I didn't say they took Zip, because that's not how it happened.
Don't make me mad, Tim. We're really not in the mood for this.
Hey, I'm only telling you the truth. They stopped here in a fancy big car, looked around, then left. Zip was no longer here. Neither were the coppers, okay?
Tiny Tim is a true fan of ours, and it's time to finally use that to our advantage.
Help your old pals, Tim. What was Zip doing before they took him away? Did you talk to Wessler's men? Did you pay attention, Timothy? How did Zip behave when they took him? This is important, Tim. Are you sure they were Wessler's goons? Let's play nice.
Help your old pals, Tim. What was Zip doing before they took him away?
Hey, you're trying to grease me up with all that sweet talk, Sonny honey.
Of course not, Tim. We're old pals.
I'm sure we are, but I don't remember you telling me that without an ulterior motive. But you know what? I don't care. Feels good anyway.
I'm glad to hear that. So...
Zip was acting crazy. He was running around, knocking over everything and throwing things away. Then he suddenly disappeared into the kitchen. I guess that's when he made the call. Because soon after that, the coppers arrived.
And in between?
Well, I didn't see him in between.
Why didn't you go inside? He's your friend, isn't he?
Well, I tried, Sonny. The door was closed. I knocked, even yelled. You know how a yelling seagull sounds like. But nothing.
I think I have a hunch what that was all about.
Good for you, Sonny.
Zip was hiding something in the dog, right?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, you tell me. You're good old friends, aren't you?
Well, that's right, Sonny, but Zip's not the kind to easily share his secrets. But now that you put it that way...
That's more like it, Tim. Tell me, what do you know?
I don't know what it could be exactly. I mean, maybe it's not even relevant, but I'm sure Zip was trying to get rid of something when I arrived here.
What? And where?
I don't know, okay? I already told you too much. If Zip hears about me telling you all this, he's never gonna talk to me again.
Tim, unless we find Zip, he's not gonna talk to anyone ever again. Not in this life, at least.
Nice. 5 stars. Always good. Alright, so I guess we should go inside?
Look at this mess.
Looks like he was in a real hurry, or was trying to erase his tracks.
Because he was trying to hide something. But where?
And most of all, what?
Let's take a good look around.
Look at this.
I'm looking, but what the hell could it be?
No idea, Marty. Guess it's best if we ask the owner himself.
Where do we find him?
Well, Timbo told us he's with even worse bastards than the one chasing him.
That's it. The Parliament.
No, Marty, but close.
Then... no way.
Oh, yes, Marty. Zip is at the Clawville City Police Department.
Could it be that simple? And that wild?
Well, the cops took him. So it's obvious that he called the cops by himself to scare away Wessler's henchmen. Timbo was right.
Doesn't he know half the police is in Wessler's pocket?
He probably does, but this was his only chance.
Then he really is in big trouble. So? To the PD then?
No, I haven't got a better idea. Believe me, I'd love to have one. I think poor Marty just lost the last little bit of his sanity.
Greetings, pal. What can I get you?
What are you doing, Marty?
A nice hot cup of coffee? Maybe some toast? Ooh, our strawberry jam pancake is divine.
You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Yes, sir. 1 coffee and a turbo milkshake with extra vanilla and millet powder coming right up.
Ah, furry gods help me. Please don't have a nervous breakdown, okay? Did you find something?
Nothing. Or, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but nothing important to us.
A pity. Whatever that mangy raccoon tried to hide must still be here.
Or not.
Anything?
Still nothing. But I'm starting to like it here. It's like a new job. New life.
Well, if this case gets plucked up, you'll find yourself looking for a job, so enjoy it.
Ha, 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 ha.
Anything?
Still nothing.
Well,
Ha, ha.
Have you found what you were looking for?
no, Timbo, but we wouldn't tell you even if we did.
Ah, but you have. You are an open book to me, Sonny. So, thanks for the intel.
Be careful what you're writing, Timmy boy. I'm a cop for only the next 121 days. After that, I can gut you if I want. and get away with it.
And when did you being a cop stop you?
He has a point.
Just keep a low profile, okay, Timster?
Okay, I get it. My beak is sealed. Zoop.
Zip called the cops on himself and got them to take him in. But why? Zip is hiding something at the top hop dog. We must find it before it's too late. A wristband? But what the hell does it mean? Tim is a close friend of Zip, but not even he managed to find out what the old raccoon is up to. Tim knew what happened to Zip very well, and he's most likely keeping tabs on our actions too. And Zip called the police on himself, but why? Was he so afraid of something?
I don't trust Tim. You can never trust a seagull.
That's right, my friend. You can never trust a seagull, let me tell you. They're crazy. Alright, let's see. What do we got for places? A codex. We got a new codex entry. Nautica, one of the 4 great underwater countries. Nautica is only 1,500 miles away from the border of Clawville, so the two states are connected by close commercial and historical ties. Its capital city is famous for being entirely suitable for receiving terrestrial animals. Alright, let's bounce. Let's I got an idea. Let's head to the sweltering Nile and surprise them.
Sonny, you sure they'll welcome us here?
No, they won't, but I don't care.
I like this new Sonny.
I have a feeling we don't fit in here.
Well, we did just crawl out of a river after escaping from a burning ship.
But these furies happened to set on fire.
Exactly. So that means we deserve some premium compensation.
Don't even think about it. I wonder what those beautiful, sad puppy eyes have seen.
You know, since the incident with the burning ship, I see these girls in a different light.
No wonder. These demons are capable of anything.
For sure, Sonny. For sure.
Hey, I didn't mean it like that, okay? Be professional. Hard as stone.
You're right. Wounded, tough, stone-hard cops.
That's right.
Okay, Marty's an idiot.
Killer angels of pleasure.
I think we figured this out now. Marty's a retard.
Maybe it's just a statue.
I swear he was blinking before.
Maybe it's just...
I swear he...
Our little actress. She was good.
She deceived me, too. But don't forget, Marty, these girls are capable of anything for their madam. I wonder which one is her true personality. The gentle, sweet gal, or the murderous fury? Hello, miss.
Gentlemen,
Don't worry, miss. We're not here to arrest you. Though I admit the temptation is high.
I just was...
We know, doll. You did what the madam told you to, right? Please, don't be embarrassed. It's not your fault.
Hey, Marty, you're not going to propose to her, are you?
Please, gentlemen, this is very embarrassing and unpleasant for me. What do you want here? Are you tempting fate? Do you want to die?
If we wanted to die, we just had to let the ship burn. You know, the one you put us into.
I had nothing to do with that. It was Ibn Wessler's goons.
Wessler's goons? Did they knock us out, too?
No, that was us. The girls. But we had no choice. I can't tell you more.
Tell us this, then. Is the madam here?
Yes, but I'm sure she wouldn't want to see you. You have to understand that.
We'll see about that, Sweet Pea. Thanks for the help.
But Please, leave.
Something about seeing a dog, lemur and zebra head on a human body is really disturbing.
Yeah, no, I know. It's a really weird art style, but I don't necessarily dislike it. It's unique. It's different. It is weird, though. I agree. It's very weird. I 100% agree with you there.
I'm sorry, Toots. We can't do that. Not yet.
You think this is a good idea, Sonny? We're gonna make the crocodile even more angry.
Stay outside if you want, Marty. I don't care.
Gee, okay. Okay, boss. I didn't say anything.
The end is nigh. The dead walk among us.
Greetings to you too, madam. Are you surprised to see us?
I must admit I am a little. But I also must admit I'm relieved. Yes.
Relieved? Wasn't it you who put us on a burning ship, by any chance?
No, it wasn't me, Mr. Featherland. Though I can't deny my part in it either.
How comforting.
Look, Mr. Featherland, your investigation clashed with my business and my personal interests. I couldn't let it slide. That's all there is to it. Nothing more. You're expecting any other explanation in vain.
You really are cold-blooded, aren't you?
Not my fault. I'm a crocodile.
It has nothing to do with you being a crocodile, madam.
Whatever you think. So, what can I help you with, gentlemen?
A crocodile with human hands makes sense, not like they couldn't have used reptile hands face with tears of joy.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Before you alert your wildcats, we're not here to arrest you, ma'am. We're not even here to confront you with anything.
Why then? To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I simply want to know why.
The answer's frustratingly simple, Mr. Featherland. You'll be disappointed.
Try me.
I have a contract with Mr. Wessler.
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought earlier, that they're working together.
Terms of that contract. That's all.
Contract, huh? Is Natasha the subject of this contract? You sold her to Ibn Wessler, right?
That assumption is offensive.
So?
I'm not going to answer that, Mr. Featherland. No.
I knew it. You know, sister, you could be a famous crocodile. You're still just a snake. And I hope snakes will forgive me that I mentioned them in the same sentence as you.
I'm truly sorry you feel that way, Detective. Maybe one day your opinion will change. You know, Mr. Featherland, I was growing rather fond of you two. I'm sorry.
Don't take this the wrong way, but we don't need your sympathy or your pity, Zavas.
Just take care of yourselves when you finally face Mr. Wessler. He's much more dangerous than you think.
I hope you understand we're pretty skeptical about your advice, madam.
Take care.
Is that advice?
I'll leave that up. Take care, gentlemen.
Is that advice or a threat?
I'll leave that up to you to work out.
Look at what the wind of the sea dragged in. Our gull friend in the flesh.
Can't believe it. Is this guy everywhere?
The gull sees farthest who flies highest, Marty.
Yeah, that guy's never given up, that's clucking sure. You know, since chickhood, everything's changed around me. Except...
Hercule Mullen and the stand?
Exactly. Mullen is eternal and unchanging.
Maybe he's just an ideal, and ideals don't grow old.
Or maybe he's one of the great wild ones in mortal form.
We may never know, Marty.
Ho-ho! Is that the chicken, please?
Hello, Hercule. Good to see you here.
I'm always here, lads.
The sun shines, the rain falls, and Hercule Mullen sells newspapers.
Just like that, Martin.
Listen, Hercule.
Wait, Sonny boy. Let me guess. Maybe, I don't know. Ah, I got it. You need some information.
You guessed, Uncle. How did you do that?
Years of practice, Sonny boy. Now, tell me, lads, what's the matter?
We're just sniffing around a bit, Uncle Mullen. You know us.
You just can't sit still in your asses, can you? It's all right. So, tell me, what would you like to know? Uncle Mullen helps where he can.
Thanks, old pal. Was there any movement around here? I mean, in Clawville?
Well, they say there was some kind of trouble at the PD because good old Malloy had drunk himself into oblivion. The idiot. Blood boils fuming, of course. And there was talk of a murder in the Rich District.
Flowerville, yeah. We already know about that, unfortunately.
I'm sure you know more than I do. It's a suspiciously quiet night, if you ask me. At least for a New Year's Eve.
Calm before the storm.
Something's brewing. I can feel it in me old beaver bones, and that signals three things perfectly every time. Bad weather, big trouble, and the wrath of me beloved wife.
Thanks, old man. We'll keep our eyes open.
You do that. Tell me, lads, what do you need?
Just your eternal fountain of knowledge, old beaver. What a night we're having. We even ran into Bubo.
And you're still alive? Give praise to the great wild ones, lads.
We do.
What's going on with the old owl? He didn't tell us much about himself.
I hear the old owl's doing quite all right, since more and more cops step outside the line and more gangsters shoot themselves in the foot.
Busy days, huh?
Ah, something's coming, lads. It's in the air, and I can feel it in me beaver bones, too. Clawville's boiling.
Yeah, we feel it as well, Uncle Mullen.
We managed to run into Philmar, too.
Good old Phil, huh? I've heard he's not been doing so well of late.
He didn't look so good, that's for sure.
At the age of the private eye is over, lads. Now animals either sue each other or turn to the local crime lords. Only jealous or betrayed housewives remain for private detectives.
Phil would never admit to that. He's too much of a romantic.
I gotta ask, is there a mouse and cat character?
Yes. The cat is the girl who hired us on the case, Natasha Kutsenko, and then her husband is a mouse, or a rat, actually. I think he's a rat. Something like that, yeah. But yeah, there is. There's multiple different characters all throughout the game. Different species of animals.
What the hell is Tim doing here?
You're still angry at him, then? He's not really a bad fowl, and he simply idolizes you. Be gentle with him.
It's not adoration. It's an obsession. And I can't bear obsessive people.
Then how exactly can you bear Martin?
Hey, old man.
Bugs a praying mantis would be epic.
Right?
If I'm obsessed, then what are you, boss bird?
Oh, that's different. I have no other choice but to be with myself.
The toughest prison on the planet, right?
Get a room, you two.
What the hell is Tim doing here?
You're still angry at him, then? He's not really a bad fowl, and he simply idolizes you. Be gentle with him.
It's not adoration. It's an obsession. And I can't bear obsessive people.
Then how exactly can you bear Martin?
Hey, old man.
The exception that proves the rule, right?
If I'm obsessed, then what are you, boss bird?
Oh, that's different. I have no other choice but to be with myself.
The toughest prison on the planet, right?
Get a room, you two.
So I think there is a praying mantis later on in the game, actually, or some kind of bugs and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. I mean, we did see a fly over at Hot Dog when we went over there. That diner. There was a fly out front playing the guitar. So there is definitely bugs in the game.
Listen, Hercule, what do you know about Madame Zavas?
Why do I have the feeling you're not interested in her girls?
Because you know us, Uncle.
I hope you didn't mess with her. The old Cayman has a rather bad reputation, to put it mildly.
Crocodile. But you're right. We shouldn't have messed with the old gal. She set fire to a ship with us in it.
Boys, I've heard she loves drama, but that is a whole other level.
Yeah, right. We barely got out alive.
What else should I tell you about her then? Maybe try not to anger her, if that's possible.
Thanks. Good advice.
I see everything's like it used to be.
Yeah, if only my back was the same.
You're telling me?
Let's get this over with.
He's not so bad. Just have to get used to his style. You had 10 years to do that.
9, and it wasn't enough.
Don't panic, Sonny. You have around 5 good years left, maybe 6 before you fly up to the heavenly chicken coop. So you can still succeed if you try hard enough.
Just shut up, Marty, please. I have to admit, I can't stand his kind. I can't help it.
Hey, Sonny, how could you say that? It's not the 7th century anymore.
I mean journalists, Marty, not seagulls.
Okay. Sorry. I was afraid there for a second.
Timothy, how is it you always end up exactly where we are? Coincidence? I don't think so. Hey there, Timster.
Dang, that's dark. He's saying he's gonna die in a few years.
I mean, the game is kind of dark anyway. It's not really a kid-friendly type of game. It's very film noir, very 1940s cop detective with a lot of violence and over-the-top craziness and racism and all that kind of stuff. Sexism. It kind of has it all. So it's very much based off of that timeline.
Hey, boys. What a lovely surprise.
Do you also have a deja vu, Sonny? It's like all of this had already happened, isn't it?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
I wasn't following you boys, I swear.
We never said you were, Timbo. But what exactly?
I imagine the fly guy don't have long fleece life a week at most.
Okay, I confess. I was following you. But I simply had to know what this is all about and how it's gonna end. It's my job, after all. But you have to understand, pals.
We're not your pals, Tim. And I'm telling you for the last time, get the clock off our backs, or it's gonna end up a lot different for you than you'd think.
Ah, that's harsh. Even from you, Sonny. Did something happen? Did you get dragged into something personal? And on New Year's Eve again? Yeah, I mean, what's the chance of that? Bloody New Year's is back? Is there a connection between the two? What happens if it reappears again?
Make him stop, Marty, or I'm gonna twist his beak off.
Hey, okay, I get it. Yeah, my beak is sealed, and I'm gonna keep it low.
Very good. You're not so stupid after all, Tim. You must have been just pretending.
That's a good one, Sonny.
I'd be grateful if you didn't follow us anymore, Tim. We know you're a veteran scribbler, but where we're going, I'm not sure you'd make it out alive.
Uh-oh. Well, that sounds rather irresistible, Sonny.
You couldn't have made it more tempting for him.
Oh, shut up, both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
So long, Tim. I hope we won't meet again for a while.
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine, boys.
Alright, one more location I'm going to check out before we head to the police station is the Weekend House. See if
we're
there's
busted,
anything
boss.
going on here. Oh, okay. Probably a bad choice to go here then.
Yeah, the boys were quite fast, I admit.
What are we gonna tell them? Any chance we were just...
That's funny that can't say the F word, so they used cluck instead.
No, they still say the F word. They still say fuck all the time in this, actually. They use both. Trust me on that. There's a lot of swearing in the game, too.
The pleasure, it's all mine. That's what she said.
Not much. That's why they're gonna believe it.
You think so?
Just watch and learn, cub. These two, again, of course. Who else?
Would you be happier if it were Moses and Plato?
Yeah, you're right. We're lucky.
There you go. Something's jabbed me in the eye.
You don't say. Something's prickling my beak, too.
That's a good one. Something...
You don't...
that...
Hey, boys. I see you're working hard.
Hey, what about you? What the hell are you doing here?
And we were just driving through when we saw the party.
And who are you trying to feed that bullshit to?
Yeah, we're not eating it, Sonny.
This isn't your neighborhood. So, out with it. Why are you here?
Pull back the spikes. What's going on? Just fill us in, Phyllis.
Oh. Young girl, around 25 to 30 years old. Pretty? Some kind of dough or something?
Impala, you moron.
She was an Impala indeed, Phyllis.
Wait, how do you know that, Marty?
One of the officers mentioned it. Don't blow your top, okay? Carry on. We don't have all night.
So, the girl was naked. There's no trace of predation. We don't even know how she died. It's the coroner's day off.
Huh. Another thing that only happens in Clawville, huh?
Which reminds me, what are you even doing here?
We're securing the area.
Yeah, I can see that.
I beg your pardon, Marty.
I said have a nice time doing nothing, boys. I mean, securing.
Why do you seem so guilty to me, boys? Even your combs don't look right.
You're imagining things again, Phyllis. You must have stood out in the rain for too long. You need a nice hot cup of joe.
Change the subject, are we, Rooster? We're keeping an eye on you, you know.
Wow, that gave me the shivers. You too, Sonny?
Now that you mention it, yeah, pretty much.
Get the hell out of here. If you didn't know, this is a crime scene.
Then what the cluck are you doing here?
Get the hell out.
Then what the...
Here's the alpha pup.
Hey, watch out. He may bite you.
A barking dog never bites.
No, Bosco's not like that. He's as happy as a dog with two tails.
We're criminally funny.
Yeah, in a better world, we'd be in jail for it. Bosco? Here? What does this have to do with predation?
Frankly, we've been working pell-mell for a while now, Sonny. There's simply not enough of us.
So that's how it starts.
What?
The final collapse, Marty. I'd rather have 1,000 Boscos than one blood boil.
You should copyright that.
I'd rather have...
I wonder if they voice actors got paid for this.
More than likely, I feel like they wouldn't have done the sequel, or if they weren't getting paid, right? They probably would have been like, nah. And the sequel comes out next year, so I'm going to assume that, yeah, they were paid.
I'd rather have a...
You should copyright.
Sorry, guys. Crime scene. You can come in if you want, Marty. But unfortunately, Sonny counts as a civilian.
It's all right, Bosco. We understand. Anyway, I don't think whatever's in there would surprise us much.
What? Why'd you say that?
Oh, nothing. We've just heard what's going on. It's one ugly case.
Yeah, she was young and full of life. At least I think so. Sometimes I feel like I'm too old for this shit, you know?
Well, what are you doing here anyway? I heard there wasn't any predation here. It's a simple murder case, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be, but the city's too busy tonight. We simply don't have enough officers on duty to cover everything. Sound familiar?
Yes, it does.
So everyone's doing everything, eh?
And nothing. Not what they should, anyway. But you know, I'm not even here. I just stepped in to take a look at the case for the boss. I'm already heading back to the PD.
We just happen to be around here too, so we'll be on our way now.
See you soon?
Yeah, afraid so. Anyway, what the hell are you doing here?
We were just driving around in the neighborhood. You know how it is. Voluntarily patrolling.
Furry gods. Do you think I'm an idiot?
All right, all right. Maybe a little bird told us. We got a scoop, but we can't tell you anymore.
Why do I have the feeling that you're gonna end up in deep shit tonight?
Maybe we're already in it, pal.
I wouldn't be surprised. Try not to burn down the whole city, okay? Crime busters.
We can't promise anything.
Try not to...
We can't promise...
Should we blow out the tires, boss?
What the hell's gotten into you, Marty?
Huh? Should we blow out...
What the hell?
Huh?
The rain's not gonna wash that off, I'm sure.
No, it won't. Not for my mind, anyway.
Phyllis and Royce were assigned to secure the scene at Natasha's weekend house. I don't think they're very useful, but at least they're suitable garden gnomes. It's the same dialogue. All right. So this was a house we visited in the first part of the game. So this is the third part of this game, the third stream. In the first part of the game, we investigated this murder already, and so that's why our characters are talking about it like, oh, well, we already know what it is, because they were the ones who called the police. They called the police under a fake name, and then this is the aftermath. The police showed up to investigate. We're already heads further than the police right now. We already know who killed that woman. You know what I mean? We're already fairly far into the case, whereas the police are kind of just dragging their heels at this point. Anyway, let's head to the police station and find. Whoa! What?
Clucking furry hell!
So they know we're still alive?
And they'd like to do something about it. Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Oh, what? I thought I was supposed to kill them. All right. Apparently I'm supposed to shoot the car. All right, that makes sense, actually.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow. We could only hope we'd arrived in time. If they'd taken Zip to the interrogation room, the hole as we called it, and beaten the truth out of him, we'd lose the trail and end up in a dead end. It was time to be fast and ruthless. God damn it, Zip. Why couldn't you stay out of this?
Ah, look who's here. The top of the cops.
Idiot's luck. They must have gotten soaking wet because of those holes.
Sometimes I wonder how these two are even still alive in a city like this.
Wonders of the world, Marty. Hey, guys. Beautiful night, huh? Maybe a little wet, but,
Well, to be honest, I'm soaked to the bone. Maybe the spikes...
Shut the fuck up, Royce. And you, don't you have anything better to do? Eh?
Better than this? Nah, nothing. We love clowns.
Ah, piss off, chicken. The boss is waiting for you inside, my little drumstick. He's in a lovely mood, if you ask me.
Hang yourself, little pincushion.
You wish, feather duster.
Royce, take care of this midget for me, okay? The wind might blow him away.
Okay, Sonny.
Oh, just shut up, Royce. Can't you see they're making fun of us?
Royce, take...
Oh, just...
Martin!
Yes, Chief.
Do you know what I've heard?
I have no idea, Chief.
You think I'm stupid, Birds?
No, we don't, Chief.
What the ever-loving fuck do you think you're doing?
Chief, if I may...
Sonny, shut the fuck up. You're not on duty. You're suspended, if you remember. So I'm not your chief right now.
Oh, we just stepped out for a coffee, Chief. Then we saw something suspicious at the Tsar Club, and we investigated it, and,
Suspicious, right? You investigated, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you take me for a fool, chickens? And what do you know about the burning ship that lit up the entire time?
Burning, what? Wild lords, that sounds awful.
Don't play innocent with me, Santino. You both stink like you're in deep, deep shit.
Well, you don't think we had anything to do with that, do you?
I don't know. But if you do, I will find out. You better know that.
I swear, Chief.
I've had enough of your swearing for a lifetime. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Yes, sir.
Have a beautiful day, Chief.
Don't let me see you again, Santino. Or...
I'll try not to be seen, Chief.
I'm not your chief. Get lost.
Okay, so I think after I'm done at the police station, we're going to call it a stream for tonight because we're already close to 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we'll just finish talking to everybody here, and we will end the stream for tonight.
The Hound of Hell in the flesh.
I don't think any kind of devil would be brave enough to get a dog like this son of a bitch.
Maybe if we pretend we're not even here.
Are you kidding me? The old man can spot us a mile away.
Maybe if we
Are you kidding? A busy day, sir?
Sonny, you think I'm just joking, right? Speak to me one more time, and I'll fire your ass.
Understood, sir. Sorry. I hope this doesn't count.
Get the fuck out of my sight, Santino.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Not gonna happen again, sir.
Did anyone ever tell you you're a real pain in the ass, Sonny?
Only my mother, sir.
Still here?
No, sir.
Well then, for all the wilds, Sonny, get out of my sight.
I don't understand how you do it, Sonny.
Do what?
You drive him crazy, yet he still doesn't bite your head off. He didn't even suspend you.
Because he respects me, Marty. I may be insufferable, but he can't deny I've always brought something to the table.
That's why you drive the poor old dog mad?
No, I do it because I'm bitter and twisted.
Oh, yeah.
We have no bit.
Still here?
I know.
Well, for all...
So, We're in a bind now.
We have to get our buddy Bosco away from Zip if we want to have a word with him.
What are you thinking?
I don't know yet.
How do we get rid of Bosco?
Still thinking.
You two again.
Say, Bosco, what's all this about, Zip?
Yeah, if only I knew. This idiot called us on himself. He told us we have to take his statement.
And what does he want to confess to?
I don't know yet. We still can't get it out of him. But we're taking him down to the hole soon. There, he'll sing like a little bird for us. No pun intended.
Would you mind if we asked him a few questions before that? You know, just for old time's sake.
Sorry, boys, but you know the rules.
The rules, right. More like blood boil.
Yeah, more like blood boil. So sorry.
Don't you have anything more important to do, Bosco?
I do, but Blood Boil ordered me to guard good old Zip here. He wants to question him himself.
Oh, wow. Then it's time to say goodbye to the trash panda. We may be seeing him for the last time.
You're probably right, boys.
Well, carry on, big guy.
Yeah, good evening to you, too.
Don't drink that shit, Marty. It's bad for your health.
Sonny, you're bad for my health.
Zip H. Murphy.
Do you believe he's really that scared? Or is it just an act?
Zip's a good actor, but he's not that good. If Wessler's henchmen are after him, he has good reason to be afraid. We've got to learn why Ibn wants him out of the way.
Do you think he'll sing?
People like Zip always sing, Marty. You just have to work on him for a little bit.
Sorry, boys. I can't let you do that. You know, protocol.
You and protocol, Bosco? Don't make me laugh.
That's the case, boys, like it or not. Stop harassing the witness.
Well, what can I do? Sorry, guys.
Tonight, the heart of the station is beating incessantly.
That was beautiful, boss.
Tonight,
that was...
Hey, Monica.
Hey, boys. I hear the city's on fire since you're back together again.
Not yet, but all is not lost.
Metaphorically, I mean. So, how can I help you?
We need some information, if you're not busy.
Of course I'm busy, and of course you need information. But I'll help you, as always.
You're an angel.
Yeah, I know, Marty.
What about the raccoon? What's he doing here?
You tell me. You're here because of him, am I right?
Are we that easy to read?
I know you as if you're my own chicks, boys.
Oh, don't get too excited, Marty. Busy?
Always.
Do you know anything about a girl named Deborah Ibanez?
You mean the Bambi whose body was found in Natasha Kutsenko's weekend house with huge red letters on her back?
Don't call her a Bambi.
So you knew her?
Just fleetingly.
Anyway, I don't even want to know. I don't know much about her. Moses and Plato are on that case.
Thanks for the intel, Mon. Anything else worth mentioning?
You were at the scene, right?
We? Of course not.
Sonny, you can't lie to me. You just can't.
Is this some kind of interrogation? Just leave us alone, Monica.
You're an open book for me, Sonny. Remember that.
Guess who we had the chance to meet? Madame Zavas. The legend herself.
So you're that lonely? I didn't think that was your thing, Sonny, but you know what's best for you.
We were there to investigate.
Of course. And were you successful?
To be honest, they beat us and tried to burn us alive.
Inside of a sinking ship.
Wow. Busy night, right? Even for you.
Yeah. So, what do you know about the madam?
Nothing much. She's not had any run-ins with the police recently.
Of course. Because half the PD goes to her.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Look, Mon, we suspect Madame Zavas is in cahoots with Ibn Wessler. Any idea why?
No, but those two mean trouble by themselves. I don't envy you, boys.
Seriously, any ideas?
Get out while you can. Right about immediately.
Well, you're kind of right.
We can't, Mon. We gotta see this through to the end.
Famous last words.
When did they bring in the trash panda?
Not even an hour ago. You're just in time. They haven't taken him into the hole yet.
Yeah, I can see. Listen, Mon, would you do us a favor?
Can I be honest? Not really.
Oh, just a small thing. For old time's sake.
Me and my big heart. So, What do you want?
Call Bosco over here for some reason, okay? So that we can have a quick talk with Zip.
Okay.
Is that a hummingbird? That's interesting.
But you owe me one.
Yes. Yes, she is a hummingbird. She's also the secretary of the police department.
Well, thank you somehow. I promise.
No promises this time. Shoes.
Shoes?
Size 35, high heels, black.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Hey, Bosco.
Yes, ma'am.
Come over here for a second.
Right away.
Don't drink that shit, Marty. It's bad. Hello, Zip.
Hello, boys. What's up?
We were trying to visit you, but guess what? You were nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But suddenly the cops appeared and,
Cut the crap, Zip. We talked to Tim. We were at the Dog and at Bubo's, Zip. Two meatheads were talking about gutting a rat.
A rat?
An informant, Zip. We immediately knew it was you. Isn't that flattering?
I can explain, boys. My life was in danger. These lunatics want to kill me, and I have no idea why.
They wanted to cook us, Zip. We're lucky to be alive. Then we walked our feet to the bone and almost got shot to pieces just a couple of minutes before.
What Sonny means is we're not in the mood for bullshit. Or raccoon shit.
But boys, I have no idea what they want from you. I don't know what they want from me either.
We have time. And by the looks of it, you have too, pal. So start telling us what you have to do with all of this.
You believe me, right, boys?
Unfortunately, we know you.
So spill the beans or else.
You wouldn't dare to threaten me, would you? With Chief Bloodboil here?
Who would you rather sing to, Zip? Us or him?
Choose the lesser evil, Zip. Choose life.
Ah, shit. Okay, ask away. But if Bloodboil hears about this, he'll hang you out to dry by your waddles.
Let that be our problem, old pal.
Come on, boys. Hit me.
All right, Zip. Let's see. Bubo doesn't have a high opinion of you, Zip. How do you know him?
You see these stitches? His weight. All of them.
Ah, I see. My condolences.
He's a good friend of mine. But the word friend is misspelled in his dictionary.
What do you think about this paper?
I've seen better, Sonny boy. But that's not paper.
Do you know what it is?
At first glance, it's canvas. A piece of a painting. But it's too small and too blurry to make anything of it.
So, still nothing. Well, thanks anyway, Zip.
Anytime, boys. Are we done?
Have you ever been to the Nile, Zip?
Oh, I wish, man. But my kind can't get in there. Why, did you?
Right in the madam's room if you're interested.
Ah, so that's why you look like that.
Bingo. Did you know that the place has ties to the Wessler Empire?
That place has ties to everything and everyone in Clawville, boys. Even to the royal family. I'll bet my tail on it.
So, we were just about to listen to some sweet music when,
Didn't that damn jukebox break all of a sudden?
Oh, damn it.
Damn it, indeed, Zip. There was a wristband behind it, with numbers on it.
984-237-22 to be exact.
What? All that from memory? How the hell?
I have no idea either, and it scares me too, but that's not the point. Tell us about it.
That is, if you want to leave this place on your feet.
Okay. You got me. I'll talk, but only if you promise that the cops won't know about this.
Do we look like we're on duty?
He says only if the cops don't know about this as he's standing in the lobby of the police station. I don't know if that's going to work in your favor, sir.
Who did you escape from? And why here, Zip?
Why? Because I like living, that's why.
How did you know they were coming for you?
I got a tip-off from a friend that I should pack my things and go if I want to live. But I had nowhere to run. You know me. The hot dog's my everything.
So you thought you'd be safe here?
Of course. Ibben's people are everywhere, but, Maybe it's harder to get rid of me at the PD.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Alright, so my two choices are, those two meatheads called you a rat. Why? Or how did you manage to piss off Ibn Wessler? I think that's a good one.
How did you manage to piss off Ibn Wessler?
I don't know, alright?
I don't have time for this. Sing like a bird, or I can't guarantee your safety.
I did something for him, that's all, okay? A tiny little favor. You know how it goes, Sonny. Animals like Wessler make a living out of these kinds of favors.
Tiny little favor, eh? Wessler's kind don't send assassins after someone for tiny little favors.
You have no idea what's going on in his head nowadays, pal. Fella's gone totally insane.
What did you have to do for Ibn? Ibn was blackmailing you, am I right? What did he have on you, Zip? It seems you can't leave the underworld behind. What did you have to do for Ibn? Choose that one.
What did you have to do for Ibn?
I never hurt anyone, all right? Let's make that clear right now.
I never said you did.
I just had to get rid of a package for the boss. That was the job. Quick, clean, simple, right?
Yeah? What kind of package?
A very heavy one.
Dead bodies are kinda heavy, Zip.
How did you know it was a dead body?
I didn't. I was bluffing, but thanks for the answer.
You lousy chicken.
Zip's a secretive little specimen, but knowing his past, it's no surprise. I must take advantage of this and trap him with it.
Why didn't you come here as soon as Wessler blackmailed you? So a dead body, huh? What kind exactly? Why you, Zip? Ibn has many loyal henchmen for those kind of jobs. Why did you accept the offer, Zip? Let's find out more about this dead body.
So, a dead body, huh? What kind exactly?
How should I know? What am I, a butcher? A zoologist?
You still know something about it.
It was wrapped up entirely, okay? I didn't see any of it. It was, I don't know, average. Like you and me.
Scaly, hairy, furry, feathery, or bald? What kind exactly?
Hey, I don't know, all right? I told you it was wrapped up.
You know you're an accessory to murder, right? If they let you out, what do you think will happen?
Hey, friends.
Hey, Adventure Game Hotspot, how are you doing this evening? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good. I'm just finishing up the stream of Chicken Police Peanut Red tonight. Obviously, we're not going to be ending this game tonight because it's a very long game, but we're making some headway at least before the sequel comes out next year.
If they let you out, what do you think will happen?
I don't know, okay? Maybe it was a stupid idea coming here, but this was my best stupid idea. Maybe I'll win a few days with it.
Or a few hours, more likely. If you help us, maybe we can cover this whole mess up.
You mean you can be bought, Sonny? What a time to be alive. The unbribable Santino Featherland.
I'm suspended, Zip, and I'm talking chicken to raccoon.
Oh, I see. You're a foul.
Foul. Alright. Let's see here. You wanted to blackmail Ibn, didn't you? How long do you think you'll be here under protection? Why did you keep that wristband? Yeah, why did you keep that wristband?
Why did you keep that wristband?
Because it seemed important. And because, you know me, I'm trying to turn every situation to my advantage. That's the way Zip works.
How, exactly?
Who knows? It seemed important. It just fell out of the body bag, and I thought, look, this shit seems important, so why not?
That's why they want to kill you.
I have no
I haven't been seeing any live stream updates.
Really? Oh, you've missed a couple. I've been streaming quite regularly. Strange. That must be a YouTube issue. I often have that when I'm subscribed to you and Stu. So like I haven't seen any notifications from your or Stu's channel in quite a while. The only reason I catch Stu's is because he advertises them on his Discord. Because I'm subscribed to both of you, and I never get notifications either. So that's definitely a YouTube thing.
What happened to the body, Zip?
I don't know, Sonny. All I had to do was drop it in an abandoned part of the hive.
I hardly ever stream.
Most prevalent, I guess, where insects fight for their survival, right?
Ah, fair enough. Well, then that's probably why. Yeah, the last stream I watched of yours was, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was Star Wars Outlaws, maybe? But I feel like I've watched one after that. You better be streaming Indiana Jones when it comes out next month. We've all been waiting for that. That game's going to be amazing. I've already read early reviews, actually. Some people got early access to the games. Some of the high-end journalists. And they said that it is so true to the original trilogy of movies that it's considered by them not only to be Game of the Year, but to be probably one of the best movie-based games ever made. And that's high praise for a game, like one of the best movie-based games ever made.
I've already played 4 hours, Samey face.
Oh, you have? Did you ever stream it on your channel? I guess you couldn't. No, I guess you couldn't. That's awesome. What are your thoughts on it? I'm curious to get your opinion.
I couldn't have found a better way to get rid of a corpse myself. All that fresh meat must have been gone in a matter of minutes. Fuck, I don't know. I didn't stick around to see what happened.
No.
You make me sick, Zip.
No, what? You can't tell me anything? Fair enough. I mean, it comes out next month, and it's going to be free on Game Pass. So, oh, by the way.
Very excited. Right up my alley.
Yeah, I think it's going to be up my alley, too. I'm very excited as well. My dad is a huge Indiana Jones fan, so it comes out free on Game Pass for Xbox next month. And so I'm going to grab it then. And then when I go home for Christmas, I'm going to show it to my dad, because he's a huge Indiana Jones fan, and I think he's going to get a real kick out of the game.
You would have done exactly the same thing in my situation. Anyone would have. I got the order, I did what I had to. I wanted to survive.
Yeah, that's Ibn for you. Blackmail.
Yeah, something like that.
Zip may be secretive, but if he manages to open up, he's also honest. He's not trying to change the subject anymore, so I only have one thing left to do. Ask the right questions.
I mean, that's what I've been doing all along, is asking the right questions, haven't I? Alright. What exactly do Ibn's men want with you? Did you squeal to anyone? Who was the stiff, Zippy? So, he wanted to blame it all on the insects. Why would he do that? Yeah.
So, he wanted to blame it all on the insects. Why would he do that?
They're easy prey.
Yeah, I get it.
Insanely simple, Sonny. Ibn Wessler's not the only one who takes advantage of the tensions, you know. It's the easiest method of sweeping things under the rug.
I've heard that Wessler's trying to break into the substitute meat industry.
Surprised? What do you think will happen if Wessler saves Roachtown from starvation with a new, cheap, and accessible faux meat product, eh? Boom!
He's gonna be a hero.
And maybe he'll get voted into the Council of 12.
I was so excited to get the email. I will have a video on it the moment I'm allowed to slightly smiling face.
That's awesome. Oh my god, that is really awesome. I look forward to seeing that. That is really cool, man. I'm really excited for the game, I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of the people who did review or give their opinions on what they played said that it harks back to like the classic LucasArts style Indiana Jones games, such as The Fate of Atlantis. So, I mean, that's a big deal for me too, because that was, I think, one of my first adventure games by LucasArts anyway. Day of the Tentacle and Fate of Atlantis.
I'm asking you for the last time. What's with the wristband?
I honestly have no idea, Sonny. It simply fell out of the bag when I threw it down in the alley. At first, I wanted to leave it there, but then, well, you know me, huh?
And that's the whole story?
That's the whole story. At first, I thought it was some kind of, code. But on a wristband, it's usually an ID number instead.
Like on prisoners?
Exactly. But I know from experience that prisoners don't get bands like this. Not in Clawville. It looks more like something from a hospital.
Maybe you're right, Zip. While we're at it, was it Dr. Bubo who gave you the tip-off to get out of the hot dog?
Yeah, it was. Why?
Thanks, Zip. You've helped us put some vital pieces into place.
Well, that's great. That didn't help me, Sonny. I don't want to rot in here or end up in an alley of the Hive.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
You gotta help me.
Be glad I'm not charging you as an accomplice to murder here and now. Just keep your head down. Understand?
I will,
I think the vibe is definitely there. Very much a modern game, though. My dreams of trying to play the game without throwing a punch or using...
Oh yeah, no, it's not going to be that style. It's not going to be a point and click game. I never thought it was going to be that. I knew that it was going to be a brawler, and a shooter, a first person shooter and stuff like that, with adventure game elements involved, like, you know, solving puzzles and tombs and that kind of stuff. I mean, that, to my understanding, is still there, the solving puzzles in tombs and stuff like that. But yes, it is very much a first person shooter. But then again, it's made by the same guys. It's made by Machine Head Games. They're the same guys who made the Wolfenstein remakes. So I wasn't expecting it to be a full-on adventure game.
That's more like it.
Nice! Another 5-star rating. Awesome. The legendary Chicken Police back in action, still a bit weary, but untarnished. Good work. The wristband comes from the corpse Zip had to hide in the Hive on Wessler's orders.
So you're telling me you have no idea what this is?
It's a wristband. I see the same thing as you. This was
I was told that we could sneak by or choose puzzles rather than fighting, but that seems impossible. I wanted to make a video showing me flaw.
But now hold on, were you playing actually the full game, or were you playing like the demo that came out for journalists? Because if you were just playing the demo, that's probably not going to have all those options. They're probably going to save that kind of stuff for the full game. Because I know that a lot of the journalists ended up getting that 4-hour demo. And that might have been what you got as well. And if that's the case, that's, you know, that's, yeah, it was the demo. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think they're going to have all those kind of options in the demo. I mean, I feel like if that's going to be a thing, then it's probably going to be an option in them. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm not big enough to get those kind of demos. I just stream games when they come out. At least I try to. I try to stream every new game when it comes out. Provided it's something I'm interested in anyway.
So you just took it.
Maybe for some blackmailing?
Who knows? Maybe it just hurt my sense of justice. I wanted to know who I buried.
You're a real bastard, Zip. A real first-grade bastard.
Should I say thanks? Thanks.
Just lay low, Zip. Real low.
Thanks for the advice.
I mean, I'm sure you could, but you'd have to be very good.
Where did that wristband come
I'm
from?
not very good at games, lol.
Oh, fair enough. I'm not bad at games. I ended up doing enough missions in Outlaws that I ended up getting inside Jabba's palace, and I gotta say, the attention to detail inside Jabba's palace is insane. You get to go through all the corridors of the palace and everything. You end up in his throne room. Yeah, it's really detailed. I was actually pretty impressed with the level of detail that went into that game. Now, I understand that a lot of people hate the game, but the developers haven't abandoned it. They have actually stated that they have a lot of stuff in the works for that game, including adding new planets to the game, as well as fixing up all of the bugs and improving the graphics as well. And so we're going to see some more patches for Outlaws within the next couple of, I'll say the next couple of months. We'll probably see something in Outlaws, another update in Outlaws around December, closer to Christmas, and definitely into the new year.
I got bad
I enjoy Outlaws.
I only know one
Just
person
don't have
who knows
enough
about
time.
medical stuff.
Oh no, completely understandable. That game is a really long game. I think that game is like pushing... I don't know, man. I know that the longest game ever made is actually The Witcher 3, and that game, not including side missions, was around 460 hours. And I think Outlaws is kind of pushing the 200-hour mark with its main and side missions all put together. So it's a really long game.
Oh, no. We were just there.
Sorry, partner. Bubo again.
The wristband comes from the corpse Zip had to hide in the hive on Wessler's orders. We already knew that, though. Alright, let's go to people. 2 on Zip. Zip had to do one last favor for Ibn Wessler. More fittingly, one deadly favor. Zip hid the body in the hive, where I'm sure not even a bit remained of it. That's true, because the flies in the hive would have eaten it all up.
I've got to check. Nice catching up. This game looks entertaining.
No problem, man. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Take care. Alright, where's our next location? Google's Place, 139, Art Club, on stand. Where am I supposed to be going? So we've already questioned... The only place I can see it being is Bubo's.
Ursula, dear.
Oh, well, there we go.
Oh,
All right.
whoa, what's the rush? Is there something wrong?
Wrong. Wrong. That dim-witted, insane, ragged old stinky owl. That's what's wrong.
Whoa, whoa. It's all right, Ursula. Just tell us what happened.
What happened? You happened. And Wessler's goons. It was supposed to be the only day of the year we could have relaxed a little.
We're sorry, Ursula. You're right.
Like I care, Marty. I'm tired of this. Tired of the bitter old owl, and I'm tired of waiting.
And?
Never mind. I'm going. This time, I'm going for good.
Hang in there, Ursula. And if there's anything we can do to help...
Anything? Of course there is, my dear. I never want to see your faces again.
Ouch. I'm gonna try to talk to the old owl, all right?
Good luck with that.
Oh, and Ursula, thanks for all you've done for us. With the car.
You know, I'm starting to regret it.
That was... rough. Yeah, but understandable. I only see Bubo once a year, and even that's way too much.
I don't know about her name being Ursula. Remember what happened in The Little Mermaid, lol.
I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid, so I barely remember anything about it. But I think that's going to do us for tonight, guys. If I continue streaming, we're going to go into this for like another 5 hours. Because there's a lot left of the game. We're only on chapter 3, and I think there's like 30 chapters or something like that. So anyway, thank you very much to everybody who tuned in to tonight's live stream. It's greatly appreciated. If you guys like what you see, consider liking and subscribing. I cover PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, and VR games. If any of that interests you, consider liking and subscribing. Over on my playlist section, I have over on my playlist section, I have all the missed streams in that section. Simply go over to my playlist section, look up any of the missed streams. You'll find them in that section. You'll also find in my playlist section the joint collaboration section, where I've worked with YouTubers such as Sue's Game Reviews and Olav Productions. You can find their videos in that section. If you like what you see in their videos, consider liking and subscribing to those YouTubers as well. And also in the playlist section is the Pirates of the Geek Vortex podcast section. This is a podcast where me and some friends every Friday night talk about the latest in movies, TV shows, board games, video games, basically everything nerdy. You can find those videos in that playlist section. If you like what you see in that playlist section, consider liking and subscribing to that as well. And until then, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Join me in the next couple of days. We're going to be going into the part 2 of Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, and we're also going to be checking out some new games as well. There's some new horror games that recently came out, like Phasmophobia, and some other games very similar in style to Phasmophobia. Very indie games, but also pretty scary nonetheless. We're going to be checking those out as well over the next few days. And until then, guys, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you soon at the Gamer's Grotto. Take care once again, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you in a couple of days for Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, as well as some other games. Take care.